Hi Sarah, I'm going to give you a few tips about navigating Moodle. Once you get logged in, see if it's going. Yep, your courses will be listed over here. Now mine looks a little bit different than yours because, actually, you know what? I think your courses are listed in the middle. I have administrator rights, so mine might look a little bit different than yours. But here's the 21 Things course that you're in. You're also in the Teaching and Learning in a Blended Environment. And in each of those, you are a student. So you can just go and navigate around, take a look at what I've got, how I've got things set up, and the lessons and so on. And then this is a blank course and this is what yours will look like when you get into it. And you'll have these blocks on the right-hand side, and notice there aren't any on the left. You can turn your editing on right here, and that's going to give you a whole lot of options. And anytime you see this little gear right here, that's where you can edit something. This right here means you can move it, so you can just drag and drop it back and forth. And then you've got all these blocks right here, but you can also add more blocks. Here's the thing about blocks that I really like is, first of all, this search forums. If I'm never going to use it for my courses, I just delete it. My latest news, oh, it's going to ask me, this is new. All right, we just did an upgrade here, so I might come across some new things. My latest news, I am going to use it, but I don't want it as a block. So when I click this little teeny tiny arrow here, it pops over here and becomes a tab. Upcoming events I don't use, so I'm just going to delete that. Going to ask me again. And my recent activity is huge. I use that one all the time. That lets me know what's happened in the course since my last login. Now I also like to sometimes add something from over here, and so I'll just show you how to add. I'll add the calendar, and here's my calendar, and then I always tab that also, so put that over there. So now I have a pretty bland course here. One of the first things you might want to explore is your settings right here. And just come right on down to click Edit Settings. And that's where you can change the name of your course. The only rule we have is that you keep your last name somewhere in the course, full name. Obviously I put your first name in, but you can edit that. Or you can leave it at Sarah. I'll know whose it is. And then you can go down and take a look at all of this stuff. But the reason I wanted to take you over here is because anytime you see these little question marks, when you click it, it brings up a little help menu and tells you what it's all about. So that's a pretty cool feature of Moodle. The next feature I really want to point out to you is at the bottom of every page is what's called Moodle Docs for this page. And when you click on that, it'll open a new window, and that's your tutorial. And it covers absolutely everything about that page that you're on. So you might be on a page about if you're adding a forum, or maybe you're doing an assignment, anything like that. So over here is where you would add these activities. So when you click on Add an Activity or Resource, they're all down here on the left, and if you single click it, on the right hand side appears your description of what that one is. So this will give you an idea. So there's the assignment. These are all activities. They're things students would do in the Moodle. And then down here are resources, and these would be exactly that, resources that you would want students to go to gather information. So real quickly, I'll just throw in, let's find something real. I'll do a forum. And here's the thing about the forum is there are 4 different kinds, and they aren't listed right here, but I'll show them to you in just a second. So you can read this. It has some really good information about how to use forums. So I'm just going to add a forum. And then here are the different types of forums right here. And then if you click on this question mark, it explains what the types are. Oh, there's 5 forums now. They created this blog-like format one, which I'll be honest with you, I don't like one bit, so I never ever use it. So I'm just going to, real quickly here, I'll just add a forum. We'll just call it the Introduction Forum, if I can spell it correctly. And I don't like to use the standard forum. I'll leave it so I can show you why I don't like to use it. My preference is to use either the simple or the Q&A. And so I'm just going to be real basic here for just to show you how to set this up. So I'm just going to say, introduce yourself. Obviously, you know we would add a lot more details and such. Read tracking, I always turn that on. That's huge. And you can go through and browse all this stuff. If you're going to give them ratings, you can use a scale that's already in there if you want to. Group mode, you can do groups. Restricting access, this is really cool. You'll want to explore what that means, and then you'll also want to explore what the activity completion is. If you click on the Moodle Docs, it will cover all of that for you, all those details for you. So it's all right there. So you can explore that. So now I'm just going to click Save and Return to Course. That will bring me to the front page, and there's my introduction forum. And you see I have all these tools right here. When you hover over them, it tells you exactly what they are, and so on. So just go on, explore, experiment, have a good time. And if you have any questions, by any means, feel free to email me at any time.